Hello students, in the previous few lectures, we have been studying integration by parts, isn't it? We have dealt with this formula, that is integral of u into v dx. I do hope the solution for this formula is thorough in your mind, that you have learnt it properly. We have also learnt this formula, that is integral of e raised to x fx plus f dash x dx, and the solution for such sums. Now in this lecture, we are going to do certain sums from miscellaneous exercise 5 dealing with these formulae. Plus, we are also going to learn two additional new formulae which can come in your exam. So, we go to miscellaneous exercise 5. Okay, so these sums have been taken from your miscellaneous exercise 5, page number 139, question number 4. In question number 4, the fourth question, that is evaluate. The first sum here is the integral of log x the whole square dx. Now, seemingly there seems to be only one particular term over here, and there is the integral of log x has not been defined. Yes, we know the derivative of log x, which is 1 upon x, but the integral of log x is not yet defined, and therefore we have to integrate this function by parts. We cannot substitute anything over here, so we do integration by parts. So we write this question like this, that is the integral of log x the whole square into 1 dx. So now you can see that there are two terms over here, and so we can use the formula for u into v over here. Now how to decide what is u and what is v? Yes, we use this rule, that is LAE, where L stands for logarithmic function, A an algebraic function, and E stands for an exponential function. In this case, we have a logarithmic function log x, and we have an algebraic function, that is 1. And since L comes first in this acronym LAE, since L comes first, we take log x the whole square as u and 1 becomes v. Okay, and therefore applying the formula for the integral of u into v, we get log x the whole square into integral of 1 dx minus the integral of d dx of log x the whole square into the integral of 1 dx into dx. Those who have gone through the formula for u into v, they will know this very well, how the sum is to be done. So as a result, we first keep log x the whole square as it is, if you remember, and the integral of 1 dx becomes x. So therefore here we are going to get log x the whole square into x minus, now the derivative of log x the whole square. See, in this second integral, the derivative of log x the whole square is the same formula like x square. If you had a formula for x square, what is the derivative of x square? You would write it is 2x, isn't it? So therefore log x the whole square becomes 2 log x, and by using your chain rule, the derivative of log x again. So the integral becomes 2 log x and also the d dx of log x. And the second term, one more term is there over here, that is integral of 1 dx, which is x. So x into dx. Now in the next step, see, if you are thorough with this, you can skip this particular step. You can directly write the derivative of log x by using chain rule in just one step. So here we get log x the whole square into x minus the integral of 2 log x and the derivative of log x is 1 upon x. So 2 log x into 1 upon x into x dx. So in this case, x gets cancelled in the numerator and the denominator, and therefore we get this particular term. That is log x the whole square. We can write it this way, that is x log x the whole square minus, let 2 come outside the integral sign, and we get the integral of log x. Now as I have told you, integral of log x is not defined. So we again do something which we did in the beginning of the sum, that is we write it as into 1 dx. So that now we have two terms. Again log x becomes u in this case and 1 becomes v. Okay. So again we integrate by parts. So that our term now becomes we take 2 common here and inside the bracket we get log x, the same formula, that is log x the integral of 1 dx minus the integral of d dx of log x into the integral of 1 dx dx. A common dx is there, isn't it? Thus we are going to get this way, that is x log x the whole square minus 2 into, now integral of 1 becomes x, so we get x log x minus, now in the integral sign the derivative of log x is 1 upon x and the integral of 1 becomes x and dx, this way. Okay, and then x log x the whole square minus 2 and then again x log x minus, x and x gets cancelled, the integral of 1 becomes x, and thus we solve it. Once the integral signs go away from everywhere, we have solved the sum. So this way we solve the sum. Now what remains is opening the bracket and multiplying the second and the third terms by 2, so that we get the final answer. So the answer becomes x log x the whole square minus 2x log x minus 2x plus c. Thus we obtain the answer of integration for this particular sum. The next sum again deals with integration by parts, that is where you have to use u into v formula itself. Over here, according to the rule LAE, okay, A means algebraic term, so x becomes u, so this term becomes u and e raised to 2x becomes v. Okay, so here it's a simple enough sum. Just to remind you all of the formula, I am doing it for you. So x integral of e raised to 2x dx minus the integral of derivative of x integral of e raised to 2x dx dx. Okay, upon having written this, now in the next step, x into, now what is the integral of e raised to 2x? You know that integral of e raised to x is e raised to x itself. So in this case we get e raised to 2x upon 2 minus, now the derivative of x is 1 and again the integral of e raised to 2x becomes e raised to 2x upon 2. Okay, then in the next step, from the second term we can take 1 upon 2 common outside and find the integral. of e raised to 2x once again. So we get x e raised to 2x upon 2 minus 1 upon 2 and integral of e raised to 2x becomes e raised to 2x upon 2 plus c because the integration sign has gone now. We can either leave the answer like this by writing x into e raised to 2x upon 2 minus e raised to 2x upon 4 plus c. Okay, this can be our final answer, or you can do one more thing. To get the answer that they have given behind, you can just take e raised to 2x upon 4 common, and then you will get the answer what is given behind in the textbook. Okay, that I leave it to you, and we move on to the next sum, the fourth sum. Okay, if you remember, the second sum we had already done in our previous exercise. Okay, so I have not dealt with the second sum, the first, third and now the fourth sum. Now the fourth sum, see carefully how it is done. It is integral log x square plus x dx. Again, looking at it, we feel there is only one term, but we can integrate it by parts by doing this way, that is log x, log of x square plus x, and we can write into 1 dx. So that the first term becomes u and the second term becomes v. Okay, so applying u into v formula, we get this way, that is log x square plus x integral of 1 dx minus the integral of dx of log of x square plus x into the integral of 1 dx dx. Okay, upon having written this, we find the integral of 1 first. So the first term becomes, the integral of 1 is x, so we write x over here in the beginning. So x into log x square plus x minus, now the derivative of log x square plus x, look at this term. The derivative of log x square plus x, log the derivative is 1 upon, so we get 1 upon x square plus x, and also by chain rule, the derivative of x square plus x we have to find out. The term is not yet over, we have the derivative of, the integral of 1 to find out. So integral of 1 becomes x dx into x dx we getting. Okay, as usual, I would advise you to write these sums down in the notebook so that each step you can follow in a proper manner. Okay, so we get x, the first term is same, minus in the second term 1 upon, let us take x common in the denominator, so x square plus x can become x into x plus 1. Okay, x into x plus 1. And what about the derivative, this derivative, that is the derivative of x square plus x. Yes, the derivative of x square plus x becomes 2x plus 1. So we get this term over here, d dx of x square plus x becomes 2x plus 1 into x dx. Okay, now x gets cancelled from the numerator and the denominator. So our term, our integral becomes this way, that is x log x square plus x minus integral of, now we are getting 2x plus 1 upon x plus 1 dx. Okay, now how to solve this further? Now if you observe, the degree of the numerator and the denominator is the same. Okay, so we have the degree of the numerator. Degree means the highest power to which the variable can be raised. In this case, the variable is x. So the highest power of x in the numerator is 1 because we only have 2x, it's a linear function. Okay, so degree of the numerator and the degree of the denominator is also 1 because again in the denominator also we have a linear function x plus 1 we have, isn't it? So degree of the denominator. So both of these are same. We have solved sums of this type before. So whenever the degree comes out to be same, we rearrange the numerator by dividing it with the denominator. So here we are going to divide the numerator with the denominator. Remember, this is rough work. So we can write it this way. Well, let me do the rough work in the bracket for you. Okay, they do not expect you to show this step, but yet it has to be done to find the further answer. Okay. So here, when we divide the numerator with the denominator, let me divide it in a better manner so that you have a lot of space to see the sum. Okay. So 2x plus 1 divided by x plus 1. You know how to do division of polynomials, isn't it? 2x is divided by x. So when we do 2x upon x, we get 2. So 2 comes in the quotient side, 2. And then later on, 2 into x plus 1 gives us 2x plus 2 over here. I hope you remember your long division from your 4th standard actually. And then signs are changed. Over here the sign is changed this way. Okay, so 2x minus 2x goes away. So thus we have minus 1 coming as a remainder. Okay, now the numerator can be written as, therefore the numerator, now what is our numerator? Our numerator in this case, it is 2x plus 1. Okay, so 2x plus 1, that is a numerator, is equal to, it is like this, no? Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Our divisor is x plus 1. X plus 1 and our quotient is 2. So divisor into quotient plus remainder. Remainder is minus 1. So the numerator can be written this way. And therefore our integral becomes like this. That is, the first term in the integral is the same thing. That is x into log x square plus x. Okay, this term remains as it is, minus the integral of, now this term, that is 2x plus 1 upon x plus 1, it becomes this way. 2x plus 1 we write it like this, that is 2 into x plus 1 minus 1, the whole upon x plus 1. Okay, we adjust it this way. And then our term becomes this way, that is x into log of x square plus x minus, now we separate the integrals. Okay, we just separate the integrals. So we get minus 2 x plus 1 upon x plus 1. We separate the denominator over here. Okay, and minus into minus becomes plus 1 upon the integral of 1 upon x plus 1 dx. Okay, over here there is a dx term to be written. So dx minus into minus becomes plus the integral of 1 upon, over here you can see it over here, 1 upon x plus 1 dx. Now what happens is, over here x plus 1 and x plus 1 gets cancelled. And the integral of 2 is 2x, as you know very well. And the integral of 1 upon x is log x. So 1 upon x plus 1 becomes log x plus 1. So thus we solve the second term and the third term. So here we get x, the first term is x log of x square plus x minus the integral of 2 becomes 2x and plus the integral of 1 upon x plus 1 is log x plus 1. Okay, and plus c. So thus we solve this sum. Now this sum, if they give it in the exam, it can come for a minimum of 4 marks. I mean maximum 4 marks. Okay, so you can pause the video, go back to it, look at it once again and study it in a proper manner and also copy it down in your notebook. Now the fifth sum, the integral of e raised to root x dx. Obviously here we have to substitute because the answer for the integral of e raised to root x is not defined. Unlike in derivatives where we have the chain rule, here it is not defined. So we substitute like this. That is, we write let root x is equal to t. Look carefully. Let root x is equal to t, and therefore when we find the derivative on both the sides, we get 1 upon 2 root x dx is equal to dt. Now here root x we are taken as t, isn't it? So we can write 1 upon twice of t dx is equal to dt, or dx term becomes c. Therefore dx becomes 2t into dt. Okay, twice of t into dt. So now let us go back to our question and see how we can modify the question. So in the question, dx we are going to write as 2t dt. Okay, so dx becomes twice of t dt and root x becomes t. We have substituted root x as t. So thus our integral gets modified like this, and therefore our I becomes I is equal to the integral of e raised to t into twice of t dt. Okay, now we can take the 2 outside the integral because 2 is a constant. So this term comes outside the integral. So we get 2 integral of t into e raised to t dt. As you have guessed very correctly by now, we have to use the formula u into v. Since t is an algebraic term, we have t as u and e raised to t is an exponential term, so that becomes our v. So we have 2 common, t integral of e raised to t dt minus the integral of d dt of t into the integral of e raised to t dt. And the whole into dt. Okay. Then again 2 is common, so 2 is common for all the terms. So 2 t e raised to t minus the integral of, now the derivative of dt, the derivative of t is 1 and the integral of e raised to t is e raised to t. And then in the next step, again the first term remains the same, minus the integral of e raised to t is e raised to t itself, and thus the integral sign is gone, so we write plus c. Now what remains is substitution. If you remember, we had taken root x as t, so this becomes wherever t is there we put root x. So thus our terms become this way. You can either leave the term as it is, or you can take e raised to root x common outside the bracket and then modify the answer and write it down. Okay, in fact that would be better. So we will take 2 e raised to root x outside the bracket. So in the bracket we are going to get root x minus 1 plus c. Thus the sum is done. Now for the next remaining 2 sums of question 4, these are the remaining two formulae for integration by parts, which I want you all to study. Okay, the first formula, observe the formula, very similar formula these are. The first formula, if the sum is of this type, that is root of a square plus x square dx, then the answer comes out as x upon 2 root of a square plus x square plus a square upon 2 log mod of x plus root of a square plus x square plus c. Okay. Similarly, for the next sum, next type of formula, I mean, if it is, the integral is root of x square minus a square dx. Actually, I have to put the integral sign over here. So after putting the integral, the first question, that is integral of root of a square plus x square, already I discussed with you. The second one, integral of root of x square minus a square dx becomes x upon 2 root of x square minus a square minus a square upon 2 log of mod of x plus root of x square minus a square plus c. You can compare both the formulae, learn them by heart, and then go on to the sum which we are going to do. Now we go to the sixth question of miscellaneous exercise 5, question 4 itself. The question is the integral of root of x square plus 2x plus 5 dx. Now when three terms are given in the root sign, we have to complete the square. We have to use the method of completing the square. Those who have been following my videos earlier, they will know what is the meaning of completing the square. Yes, we take half the coefficient of x the whole square. That is, in this case, half of 2, which is 1. So 1 square means 1. So we write plus 1 minus 1 plus 5. Okay. Then in the next step, the integral becomes like this. That is the integral of root of x plus 1 the whole square plus 4 dx. Now how come x plus 1 came? We take the square root of x square, which is x. We put the middle sign, which is plus in this case, and the third term, the square root of the third term, which is 1. So that is how we get x plus 1 the whole square. Okay. Then in the next step, okay, let me rub out all this. Okay. Now in the next step, we are going to get integral of root of x plus 1 the whole square plus 2 square dx, which is like the first formula, that is root of a square plus x square. Now a square plus x square or x square plus a square is one and the same. So we apply the formula over here. So x instead of x we have x plus 1. So we write x plus 1 upon 2 root of x square plus a square. So we write x plus 1 the whole square plus a square becomes 2 square plus a square upon 2, that is 2 square upon 2 log mod of okay, it becomes x plus 1 instead of x plus 1 plus root of x plus 1 the whole square plus 2 square and plus c. Now this is as good as our answer, but to put it in a more presentable form, we have to go further, okay, and come to the root sign. Now in the root sign, when we expand x plus 1 the whole square and also write 2 square, the answer for 2 square is 4. When we expand these two terms, we see that we get back the question, which is x square plus 2x plus 5. You can do it in your notebook and see if you are getting the same thing. Okay. So we get x plus 1 upon 2 root of x square plus 2x plus 5 plus now 2 square upon 2, that is it becomes 2 square upon 2 becomes 4 upon 2, this term 4 upon 2, which is 2. So we get 2 log of the mod of x plus 1 plus again the root sign. In the root sign we solve it, x square plus 2x plus 5 plus c. So this becomes our answer for this question. Study it properly. You have only 2 sums of this type in your miscellaneous exercise. So it is as good as one sum can come in the exam. One of these sums can come in the exam. So just to give you an additional practice, this can be an assignment for you. You can try it out in a notebook and compare the answer which I have provided over here. We go on to the 7th sum. The 7th question is integral of x square root of x square minus 8x plus 7 dx. We begin in the same way. That is, we get over here x square minus 8x and half of 8 the whole square, half the coefficient of x the whole square, that is half of 8, which is 4, and 4 square gives us 16. So we write here plus 16 and minus 16 plus 7. Okay. Then in the next step, in the root sign we do the same thing, that is x square root becomes x, the middle sign is minus in this case, and the square root of 16 is 4. So x minus 4 the whole square and minus 16 plus 7 is minus 9. Then going further, we get the root of x minus 4 the whole square minus 3 square dx. Then this is like the second formula which we learned just now, namely x square minus a square dx. Remember, when the minus sign is there, the order becomes very important. If it was a square minus x square, it would have been a different formula. However, this here is x square minus a square. So the answer for that, instead of x, there is x minus 4. So we write x minus 4 upon 2 root of x minus 4 the whole square minus 3 square, that is x square minus a square becomes x minus 4 the whole square minus 3 square, and there is a minus sign if you remember in the formula, a square upon 2 which is 3 square upon 2 into log mod of x minus 4, that is x plus root of x square minus a square, that is x minus 4 plus root of x minus 4 square minus 3 square plus c. Okay. Then in the next step we just modify this sum and write it down. So we get x minus 4 upon 2 root of, again when we expand the root we are going to get back the question, which is x square minus 8x plus 7 minus a square upon 2, which becomes now here 9 upon 2 because 3 square upon 2 we had got, log mod of x minus 4 plus root of, again we solve the root over here, so we get x square minus 8x plus 7 plus c. So this becomes our answer. Okay. So with this we have completed all possible sums of integration by parts. We have done the exercise in the previous lectures and we have done the miscellaneous exercise in this lecture. In the next lecture we are going to do the last part of the lesson, that is partial fractions. We will see that in the next lecture. So keep practicing, work hard, try to understand this lesson in a proper manner. Okay, I will see you in the next lecture. Do subscribe and like the channel and share the link with your friends.